Hey, welcome back, guys. So today on this video, we are talking about OnlineJobs.ph, and this is going to be a quick review on my experience working with them. But why would you want to see a review on OnlineJobs.ph? Well, that's pretty easy. If you're like me, you're kind of skeptical of different websites. And if you've been using Upwork or Freelancer for many years like I have, it's kind of annoying sometimes when you send a bonus out to your assistants and they're getting taxed 10, 15% directly from Upwork. Whatever the case is, I'm going to go over a couple of key points that I've noticed since I signed up with OnlineJobs.ph. So here I am in my OnlineJobs.ph account, as you can see here. And one thing I want to let you know right off the bat is that if you look at my messages right here, it's flooded with messages. So the thing is, when you post a job on Upwork, you get some skilled, qualified people. But when you post a job in OnlineJobs.ph, generally you're going to be flooded with responses. So that's good. The pool is much higher. So if I get 10 responses in Upwork in OnlineJobs.ph, I'm probably going to get 100 people who apply for that job. So I have a better selection on who I want to work with. So that's the first benefit of working with OnlineJobs.ph. The second thing you want to know when you're working with OnlineJobs.ph is that it's a prepay format. So that's one downfall. So it is going to be an investment. If you're running an online business though, the investment's going to be pretty small. Let me show you what the pricing looks like. Okay, so I jumped over to the pricing page. So as you can see right here, they have the free portion, but you're basically just going to be able to look through. You're not going to be able to hire anybody. So I guess this is good if you want to go ahead and just check it out, which is what I did. But if you want to post a job, you're going to want to go ahead and sign up for the pro or the premium. So it's $69 per month, which may seem like a lot, but the amount of assistance that you get access to is it's huge. I was actually really surprised at the amount of applicants that I got. So what I ended up doing is I paid annually $299 for the year. So with this plan, what I can do is I can post jobs anytime I want. I can go ahead and pause the jobs anytime that I want. So I was working on a pretty big project with Facebook group. So I just didn't have enough time on it. So I ended up hiring somebody and they took care of it within 2 weeks. So for me personally, $299 to pay for the whole year, that's basically $30 per month to get access to a huge amount of workers. It's totally worth it for me. So this is really going to depend on how far along you are in your business. What some people do is they sign up for the monthly $69. And then what they'll do is just post the job, message back and forth with the VAs, and then choose somebody. And then when you're done hiring, you can go ahead and cancel this. So it's not really like a commitment. I hire people throughout the year. So for me, it's a better price to do $299. So with the premium, I'm actually not too sure. I've never used this. It looks like it has something to do with background checks and mentoring service. So that I don't really have any experience with. So the third thing with OnlineJobs.ph is that you get direct access and direct communication with the workers, which could be good or it could be bad. Most of the time, it's going to be pretty good because you can just message them directly. So when they respond to your job ad, you automatically have their email. So again, if you end up signing up for the $69 per month plan and then you cancel it, you still have their email. It's not like Upwork where you have to stay on the system or you'll be fined or you kicked off the system. Actually, with OnlineJobs.ph, they pretty much stay out of the business. They just make the connection and that's pretty much it. So they don't have anything to do with the payments or the time tracking, all that stuff. That's something that you're going to set up with your worker. So it's more of like if you were to meet somebody on the street and then hire them. So that's kind of cool. One downfall is that as I was looking for somebody to help with a WordPress website, they used my email and then they started messaging me and they even FaceTime me on video through my iPhone. I thought it was a friend I picked up and I thought, who the heck is this? And it was just somebody literally in their underwear in the Philippines messaging me, asking me about the job that I posted. So that was really weird. So make sure that you use either another email or disconnect your iMessage or whatever you have connected to that email. Make sure that it's more of like work related. The next thing that I like about OnlineJobs.ph is that when I pay them, I'm usually paying them through their local platform. It's called Gcash, or I'll send them money through TransferWise. Sometimes they want me to pay them through PayPal, but I know that whatever I send them, that's the amount that they get, minus any kind of fees that PayPal or their bank or Gcash charges. So that's pretty cool because if they're happy with the payment, they're more likely to work hard or they're more likely to be loyal to you, because it's kind of discouraging if you pay somebody, I don't know, $100 and then Upwork immediately takes $15 because in your mind you paid them $100, but in reality, they only received $85. So in their mind, they only received $85. So it's kind of weird. Now, if you want to do time tracking, you can do that in the OnlineJobs.ph website as well. So when I started working with them, I had 2 VAs. One of the VAs was using their own time tracking software and they would just send me screenshots. So that was kind of annoying because I had to go through each screenshot. So now what I do is if it's on an hourly basis, I will have them track time through OnlineJobs.ph and that way it's all in one system. And then I can just click through and see their screenshots. They also have a payment method, so you can pay them through OnlineJobs.ph. I haven't actually used that. I just use TransferWise and send it to them. The only thing they need to provide is their name, their bank account, and it's kind of anonymous. They're not going to see my banking information. But if you want to do that, you can. Let me go ahead and go to that section. Okay, before I go there, here is my account. So I have 2 workers that I'm working with right now. So you can click right here and see their time proof. as we were talking about just shortly ago. Okay, so here you can see their time proof. So they split it up by weekly. So this person worked 10 hours this week, 20 hours following week, 17 hours. And then if you click into the day, you can see all screenshots of what they were working on. So you can go through that, and it looks like it's separated by every 10 minutes. So it's not as detailed as what you get on Upwork, because on Upwork, you can see the amount of clicks that they had, but this is sufficient. It's enough to check to see, if they're working or maybe if they're on some sort of video game. So let me go back. Okay, so here they have something called EasyPay. So I haven't actually used this, but if you want to do that, you can send them payment, and it's handled through OnlineJobs.ph. So let me click on this. Okay, so here you can see the workers that I have 1 and 2. So this person has already connected their Payoneer account. This person has not. So I guess you would just go through here, choose the payment type, Payoneer or PayPal. It looks like PayPal is not available at this time. And then you want to choose the currency, and then you want to go ahead and choose how much you're going to pay, and then go through here. So again, I haven't actually used that yet, so I'm not too familiar with how convenient that is. I think I may end up switching over because it's kind of nice because you can see the transaction history. You can have your invoices right here. So it's going to be a little bit more convenient all in one place. So let me switch over to my inbox and show you what I meant as far as the responses I got. Okay, so here's what my inbox looks like. Each one of these is one message, but you can see I have 186 messages that I haven't even gotten a chance to open up yet. So the cool thing is they have on their end, the employer side, that they can go ahead and have these things, I guess they're called like tokens. So for example, this person applied and they used 1 token, and this person applied and they used 8 tokens. And I've had other applications where they submit at 30 tokens. So I guess the folks, they have a limited amount of those tokens that they can use to apply for a job. So the more tokens that are used, it shows more intent, that they're more motivated to get the job. So for example, if this person submitted 1 token, they're applying for a lot more jobs. 8, this means they're really motivated. The job really matches up with them. So they're willing to spend 8 tokens to apply for this job. So if you think about them like dollars, so if you have a limited amount of dollars, say $100, you're not going to spend $50 to apply for 1 job. You're probably going to use $1 to apply for 1 job and apply for 100 jobs. Unless you see a job that you really, really want and you really want them to notice, then you're probably going to end up spending more like this person. So that's kind of cool. Obviously, you have to take everything into account, but that's one thing that you can kind of gauge their interest on the job, or if they're just mass applying and they have no interest in it. And let me click into one of these. Okay, so I clicked into this job application. So this is actually pretty cool. So first off, like I said, you have their email right here. So you can email them directly. OnlineJobs.ph does not care if you email them directly. In fact, a lot of times they'll have their WhatsApp in here, or they'll have their phone number, so you can just contact them directly. And the next thing I want to let you know is, see this little orange warning right here? If you click on that, it says the applicant has applied to a lot of jobs recently. So again, gauging the intent of the job. Probably they're applying to a lot of different jobs, and I can understand that you're just looking for a job, but maybe they're not going to be focused or directly matched with what you're offering. Also, they usually write in some sort of a description right here. It's kind of like an application. A lot of these are going to be written by AI, since that's what's popular right now. Sometimes they're going to be written specifically for you. So let me scroll down. Okay, so this person, they included their portfolio. So you can read through it. Usually what I'll do is I'll just respond back and ask them a direct question, 1 or 2 questions. Hey, do you have experience with this? Can you let me know what the time frame is for this? And then if they have that, and I like the response and I like the customer service, then I'll engage them with a test run. So with my last project, I did a test run, and it's usually a paid test run. So it might be $5 or $10. And then that way I can see the quality of the work, and I can compare with other applicants as well. And I usually do a paid test run just because I don't really want to waste anyone's time. And then also I want to see if they're willing to work for the amount of money that I'm willing to pay for that particular task. So out of the 100 applicants that I got for my last task, I ended up doing a test run with 7 workers, and 3 of them were pretty good, but 1 in particular was excellent. So then I ended up hiring her on more of a long-term basis. So there you have it, guys. That's a rundown on my experience with OnlineJobs.ph. For me personally, I heard about this company years ago, but I just never used it because, quite honestly, the name is a little cheesy and it seems kind of scammy, but it actually worked out really well. Another reason I didn't use them is because they don't accept credit cards to pay, because the payment is handled completely apart from OnlineJobs.ph, as opposed to Upwork.com. They have my credit card. It just bills automatically each week. With OnlineJobs.ph, I have to set up the payment and I have to kind of organize it with my workers. But aside from that, I really like OnlineJobs.ph just because the amount of applicants I got, it was really overwhelming. It was actually seemed like a miracle having so many different choices on who I wanted to work with. So if you're thinking about signing up for OnlineJobs.ph, they do have an affiliate program. I'm going to leave my affiliate link at the bottom. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but I get a little bit of a bonus from OnlineJobs.ph. Hopefully you found that video useful. If so, click thumbs up or maybe consider subscribing to my channel, and hope to see you on the next video. Thanks again for watching.